Oh, the noise, the noise, the noise. The noise of interruptions when all we're trying to do is work towards our goals. This is one of the number one questions that I get from people that I work with who are looking to find their purpose and reach their goals. It feels so frustrating when you finally start to get into the flow, when your writing feels great, when your diet's on track, when your exercise is perfect, and life interrupts, right? This is particularly true for entrepreneurs, in my opinion. And here are some of the interruptions that might have you veering off track when you're working towards your goals. Once we recognize them, it's going to be a lot easier to figure out what we can do to address them. The first one I always think about are unexpected meetings or phone calls. Now, this isn't an emergency. This is literally just a, hey, can you pop in here for 5 minutes? We could really use your voice. Or I didn't realize it, but so and so's dropping in and we need you to be a part of this discussion. We've all been there. And in many ways, there's not a lot you can do about this except ask, I'm actually doing this. Is it important that I be there so I stop this? This is really a significant way to talk about what your responsibilities are if you have a supervisor. In most of the positions that I've been in, the job entailed more than any one person could do. And you might be in that position now. And often I would find my supervisors really frustrated that I was only superhuman and not alien human, right? People would be like, oh, we really need this by this time. And the best way to communicate about that is to say, I would love your guidance. I have these 10 assignments and I know they're all important. How would you rank them? What do you want me to focus on first so that I can make sure I'm meeting your needs? And that way they get, yeah, I've asked you to do 10 things when you should only be able to do two in that amount of time, right? So unexpected assignments, unexpected meetings. The second is going to be office drop-ins or chats. You would think this isn't a problem when you work from home, but absolutely it still is, right? We have people popping in and out of our house and people popping in and out of our office. And it can get really distracting. You get those email notifications, right? Bling. It's so tempting to look. Social media notifications. What do you mean Travis is on stage with Taylor? I've got to check it out. But that's a distraction that when you're working towards a goal that's really important to you, you just can't afford. Note it and go to it when you have your free time. We've also got technical issues, right? Who among us has not been so excited about crossing the finish line of a project only to have our computer go, it's time to update or run out of battery, or maybe the internet's down. There are a million different technical things that can come into play, and they can often be, you can feel hamstrung by them. We've also got environmental distractions. In my neighborhood recently, we've had some houses going up near us, which is crazy. Lived here over 20 years and nothing like this has happened. But man, the sound of construction, of people talking outside can be super distracting. I'm sure the same is the true for you if you work in an office, right? And there's a conversation going on right outside your door. All the noise around us is environmental distraction. We've also got personal issues. Maybe you've got a family emergency, a health concern, and these are like they take priority. Family comes first, but it can be really hard when you're balancing family and your goals. Procrastination triggers. These are things that exist within us, unique to each of us. And they include things like, I just want to look at social media for a second. And before you know it, 45 minutes has gone by. Maybe it's that you don't want to miss that drop of the favorite online thing that you are in love with. And so there you are online. And while you're online, you go ahead and do a little bit of this or a little bit of that. These procrastination triggers can be identified so that you're like, I'm on a really strict deadline for my goal. I know if I even dip my toe into that pool, I'm going to be gone for an hour. I don't have that time. Then we've got multitasking demands. When you're trying to do a lot of things at once, science has actually shown us that we're not doing them well. And that's kind of disappointing for those of us that thought we really could multitask. But multitasking steals your time and it steals your focus. And so it is a distraction. Then you've got physical discomfort. Maybe you need to eat. Maybe you need to sleep. Maybe you need to go to the bathroom. Maybe you're just plain sick or you're in pain. I can't tell you how many people I work with that live on a baseline of pain. And that just diminishes your ability to focus and it can certainly interrupt your work. And then last but not least is our favorite when meetings go long. You might have scheduled your whole day, but two of your meetings go over for 30 minutes and that stole an entire hour. It interrupted your workday. So you could probably name 10 more interruptions. The bottom line is they can vary widely, but they are for all of us. No one is immune to interruptions. No one is immune to distractions. And so it's really important that we come up with tools and techniques that can help us navigate these. And that's what tomorrow's Live at 5 will be about. You've taken the first step. You're aware that A, there are going to be interruptions. Here are some examples. These are some of your distractions, and that you want to come up with a strategy to manage them. One of the things I see people struggle with is they think everything's going to be perfect and they never plan for the wobble. They never plan for the meeting to overrun. They never plan for the computer to go down. And it's not that we can always do that, right? But we can often structure our work towards our goals in a way that allows us to manage each and every one of these. So tune in tomorrow night, live about 5, and I'll show you what that's about. If you're new here, I'm Amy. I'm a digital creator, and I've built 2 six-figure businesses. I'm now pivoting to help women in midlife in a membership so that I can serve more people than just belly to belly to my coaching business. This membership is focused on helping you find your purpose and reach your goals, because so many of us feel stuck and frustrated. Maybe you've worked for years towards your goals and you can't seem to cross the finish line. I've cracked the code on systems, frameworks, and a community that's going to support you along the way. We've got workbooks, we've got affirmations, checklists, and more importantly, we go live and talk with each other and help each other keep our momentum going. So you get not just the tools and the systems, but you also get accountability, which is what I always needed. When I think back of how hard I worked in maybe 8 years ago, when I first became an entrepreneur, I had so much hope. I made so many mistakes along the way, and I was still able to find success. My goal with the Midlife Mentorship is to create a toll road for you so you can skip a lot of the steps that I had to go through to give you the opportunity to be called on your own BS early and often, and invite you to do the same. But at the end of the day, the important part is you're never alone in this. Keep tuning in to Live About 5 and follow me for more, and I'll give you insights and suggestions and tools on things that are going to make your life and your goals a lot easier. I can't wait to see you back here tomorrow live around 5. I'm so grateful that you're here.